Hi guys, so in this video it's a continuation of what we were talking about last week, about some of the things that I learned from one of my favorite books, Outwitting the Devil by Napoleon Hill. So where we get the devil's perspective on various things that we go through in life and just life in general. So last week we got to talk about his perception on who is God and who is the devil, in which he describes them as more of energy forces than mythical creatures. And the second thing we get to see his perception on sin and his perception on one's individual purpose. So if you haven't checked out that video, please check it out. So it's just a continuation of we get to explore more topics of what the devil thinks. In this video specifically, we are going to talk about what he thinks about relationships, improper relationships to be specific, and what he thinks about failure. So I hope you're going to enjoy it, and kindly recommend more like philosophical books I could read, because I'm a really huge fan of philosophy books. So enjoy, like, share, subscribe. Thank you. So the other thing that he talks about is about relationships, specifically improper relationships. So what is an improper relationship? It's any relationship between people which damages anyone or brings any form of misery or unhappiness to any individual. So he goes on and says, minds which do not harmonize shouldn't be forced to remain together, either in marriage or any other relationship. Friction and all forms of discord between minds leads to the habit of unhappiness. So I love the way he recognizes that sometimes in relationships you might not be in the wrong, and the other partner might not also be on the wrong. It's just that your minds just don't harmonize. You have discord minds, for maybe it's because of different backgrounds, different cultures. For some reason there isn't just that, synchrony. So I think it's important that we recognize that as individuals, that sometimes either in a relationship or a partnership, things just won't work out the way you want them to work out. And instead of the relationship taking a toxic dynamic, it's just better to just let it go. And not every relationship requires reconciliation all the time. There's healthy conflict, and there's when a relationship starts taking a sort of a toxic dynamic. And I think we should be able to recognize between the two. So I love the way he's able to recognize that. And he goes on and says, one intimate associate should be chosen with as much care as one chooses the food which he feeds his body, with the object always associating with people whose dominating thoughts are positive, friendly, and harmonious. So it's not all about as in we should take great caution in choosing the people that we associate with. So I think that's self-explanatory. So yeah, improper relationships, what do you guys think? So he goes on also to talk about failure. So what is failure according to the devil? Failure is a man-made circumstance. It is never real until it has been accepted by man as permanent. So it is a state of mind. It is something an individual can control until he neglects to use this privilege. Nature does not force people to fail. So I love the way he described it as something that is not permanent until we decide that it is permanent. So I think we should be able to recognize the difference between permanent defeat and failure. Yeah. So failure is something that we make up in any endeavor that we choose to do. Of course, there'll be obstacles, but until we decide in our minds that we have failed at this, we haven't actually failed at it. So I think it is a good way to look at failure, and it gives a fresh perspective to it, such that it's not something that is real. It is something that we make up. So I don't know what you guys think. Thank you so much for watching. This really wasn't a book review. I was just picking out things that I loved about this book. There won't be a part 3. Go read the book. And yeah, see you next time in my next video. Bye.